Bidens need to get their story straight, man. So a couple weeks ago, Jill Biden was saying that Joe Biden had a stroke on stage debating Donald Trump.
What happened? I don't know what happened. I mean, as I watched it, I thought, oh my God, he's having a stroke.
Oh, okay. So why didn't you pull him from the race? Why did you fight to keep him in the race? Why'd you take him to Waffle House afterwards? Joe Biden.
Both making sure that we're able to make every
Didn't
single
speak
solitary
English.
person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
so those are the words of Joe Biden. Do you want to hear that man write a book? Because guess what? Joe Biden has just announced his new fraud, a book that he wrote, a book that Joe Biden wrote. I've written a book about my time as president. It's called Promise Me America. Okay. It's coming out November 17th, and you can order it now. Oh, Joe Biden, who I thought was dying of cancer. So terrible thing to do while you're dying of cancer. Like, shouldn't you be doing something else other than maybe spending time with your family? It's like,
Since I left the presidency, I've had a lot of people ask me.
He can't even speak. You can't even talk. You can't even talk.
Since I left the presidency, I've had a lot of people ask me, Joe, what have you been doing?
Oh, have you? Have you had people asking you? I don't think anybody's asking you. Every time you get on stage, you get booed off. There's not a single person that asked you what you've been doing. Everybody wants you to leave. You didn't leave. Since I left the presidency, you were kicked out by your own party after having a stroke, according to your wife.
I've been spending a lot of time with my family. I'm dealing with a cancer diagnosis.
Again, you can't speak. He's not talking. He can't talk. So how do you think he can write a book?
And I've been getting treatment, and it's been going really well.
So why aren't you just focusing on your family? Who cares if you make any money writing a book? Why aren't you focusing on like your dying days? Because he has a terminal cancer diagnosis. That's what stage 4 pancreatic cancer metastasized to the bone means. It means it's a death sentence. It's terrible, but it is what it is. Why would you spend your time trying to get money?
I want to thank all those who offered their prayers and support and well wishes. It's meant the world to me and to Jill.
Oh,
I've written a book about my time as president.
Christopher Nolan.
It's called Promise Me America. It's coming out in November, and it's available for pre-order now.
Oh, I'm sure you wrote that. We know you didn't write anything, Joe. You couldn't even sign the pardons for Dr. Fauci, the January 6th committee, all of your attorney generals. You couldn't sign the pardons.
That's the challenge we face as a nation.
You didn't write a book
about the decisions I made and why I made them. Leading the country through COVID.
Nobody knows what decisions you made. Nobody can name a single good thing that you did for the country.
Rebuilding our economy and restoring our democracy after the attack on January 6th.
Oh, my gosh.
Ending our nation's longest war in Afghanistan.
January 6th.
Strengthening.
Ending this. You can't speak, bro. You can't speak. You sound like a corpse. You sound like an animatronic at Disney. You sound like some bum who's hung over on a park bench. And nobody's excited about how you ended the war in Afghanistan. Your approval rating fell 50 points that day and never recovered.
The longest war in Afghanistan. Strengthening NATO and supporting Ukraine. It's about why I chose to run for re-election and why I chose to step aside.
You didn't choose to step aside. Everyone knows you didn't choose to step aside, bro. All right.
Most of all, it's about my faith in the promise of America.
Oh, here it goes. Okay.
The promise we made to those who've gone before us is to honor their sacrifice.
Shut up. While the paid libtards, I can't wait to read this. Let's go. Paid libtards are glazing Joe Biden over this. Can't wait to read it. I'll be a reminder of what it looks like to have a real president with honor and integrity. Most everyone is making the same joke, which is Joe Biden speaking with the author of his new book, The Auto Pen. That's right. Did you write it with an auto pen? I wrote a book. Was I president? I would have bought this book, Joe, but I died in the winter of death for COVID. Gotham Ghostwriter Agency product. First step is admitting you have a problem. Here we go. You couldn't even sign pardons. Nobody believes you wrote and narrated a ghostwriter book. You didn't write anything. I don't think you know where you are right now. It's likely that you maybe wrote 15% of this. A carcinogen film, semi-fossilized bastard. Millions and millions of illegal aliens, crime-ridden grime, your legacy of America, your degenerate family. Yeah. Nope, you have somebody else write it, and then you had your name put on it. Correct. You're going to sell hundreds of these. That's right. I think that's very interesting because it's Nate Silver, who's a left-winger, who came out and exposed the fraud of how this all works, the fraudulence of how this all works, these lib book deals. She's talking here about Jill Biden's recent book. It debuted as #1 in the New York Times due to AstroTurf bulk orders, and now is completely off the list 2 weeks later. Very rare for a #1 to fall that fast. Virtually no one except political reporters are actually reading it. Nate Silver with the boom here. Jill Biden's memoir disappears from New York Times bestseller after debuting at top. Raises questions about sales number. Very rare. Yeah, from libs. Libs saying this is fake. The whole list is fake. It doesn't necessarily represent actual sales. New York Times just defends their favorite politicians. Here we go. I forgot. Memoirs of a man who forgot a lot of things, including the title of this book. You didn't write it. It should be titled The Auto Pen. Speaking of promises, I'll never forget when you promised a winter of severe illness and death. That's right. I've written a book. Bro, you can't even write your own name. Is this you? I remember marching in the civil rights movement. That's right. The author. Man, AI is making this so easy to troll. I've written a book. Correct. There you go. Imagine the audiobook. This guy couldn't even sign his own name. He's not writing books. Politicians write books to launder money. Nobody wants to read this. The corrupt NGOs that he provided for as president will buy 100,000 copies and burn them to hold up their end of the bribes. That's right. This is how it works. Spencer Pratt coming in over the top. I can't believe the Auto Pen wrote a whole book. I've written a book. The guy who, again, multiple times on camera, just doesn't have any clue where he is. Doesn't have any clue what's going on. Promise Me America, written by the Auto Pen. You've written a book, right? His book just came out a month ago, and it was an utter calamity. Dude is getting absolutely savaged. Go ahead and check a total and complete ratio here. 3,000 reposts, 7,000 comments, a nuclear ratio, 3 million views. Woo! Joe Biden getting cooked, and deservedly so. Why do you keep trying to grift for money when you have terminal cancer? It's the saddest, it's the sickest thing. And you were trying to run for president again, and you have terminal cancer. It's so inhumane. It's so awful. I go back and forth as to who's the worst. Is it Mitch McConnell and what his family's doing to him, or is it Joe Biden and what their family's doing to him? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm split on it. But maybe he had another stroke, okay? And he just wrote a book. So evil. Arrest Jill Biden for elder abuse. The end. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.